Alright, we're back here for part 3, let's go. Let's actually get some progress down. I mean, I know that was like a lot of reading and exposition and shit, but I like to see a little extra bits of story, you know, they cared enough to put it in the game, I want to see it. What's this? Like, I was just looking around like, what the fuck? Wait a minute. Huh? There's like a buoy over there, there's like islands and shit over there. Weird. Is this a dream sequence or something? Must be. What the fuck's going on? There's like a ship up there. Huh? Yeah, I want answers.
Hello, Corvo.
Oh shit.
Your life has taken a turn, has it not? The Empress is dead. Her precious daughter Emily is lost somewhere in the city, and you will play a pivotal role in the days to come. For this, I have chosen you and drawn you into the void. I am the outsider, and this is my mark. There are forces in the world and beyond the world, great forces that men call magic. And now, these forces will serve your will. Use this newfound power, my gift to you. Come find me.
Alright, not bad. So I got new power, Blink. Press right mouse button to execute a fast and stealthy forward dash through the world. You can also use it to move upward, but the distance is reduced. Aiming at ledges will allow you to blink forward and climb it. Okay. Hold RMB to target your destination with precision. A blue sphere indicates that you should reach your destination. A blue arrow indicates that you will climb up when you reach your destination. Okay, that's kind of cool. Let's try it out. I know it wants me to go the other way. I want to try it over here first. Ooh. Nice. Okay, so you can just kind of like teleport around and shit, but you got like a mana bar. I see. Yeah, so it has to recharge and shit. Interesting. Oh, I recognize this. This is like the beginning of the game. Ooh, give me that shit. Spiritual remedy. Press T to drink a mana potion. Okay. I didn't think there was gonna be shit like this in this game. I thought it was just a straight up like stealth shooter with like swords and shit. Fallen letter. You cannot save her, you cannot save her, you cannot save her. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, huh? It's like The Shining or something. Holy shit. New note added to your journal. I don't know if I want that note. It's pretty grim. Alright. It's a bit like Bioshock from what I played of it. I didn't play very much of that. Oh shit. Okay, so it's got a range on it. God damn. I thought that was my blood. That's the Empress's blood. Holy shit. It's like depressing as fuck. She's in like an angel pose, kind of like the way she's holding her arms there. It's like, goddamn. Let's go over here. Okay, so wait, how exactly are we supposed to do this? I think maybe you've got to like, yeah, okay. Aim up a little bit. Emily's letter. Corvo, I'm very sad. They say that you're dead like mother, but I'm going to put this note in a bottle and throw it into the river because I do not believe them. Living here is very strange. I do not like it, so please come for me if you can. As if he actually found it, too. In the spirit world. Oh, this is some nice artwork here. Whale oil fish. Black crab. River crust. Weird. Looks like something out of like Yellow Submarine, that Beatles movie. Holy shit. And they're frozen in place. So they took Emily and she's being held against her will somewhere. A bit of a challenge down there. Stop and smell the roses, literally. Maybe not roses. Is there anything around here? I would put something back here. Maybe. Nah. It's worth taking a look. Let's try over here. Wait a minute. How do you get over there then? There we go. You gotta wait for the ball to appear. Oh, I see, I see. This guy. What's his deal? Looks like he's planning some kind of military campaign. Interesting. What's this over here? Is that Corvo? Looks like Corvo there. The mask. Could be. That's a nice way of traversing. Very nice. Who are these guys then? I don't know. Look like they're in a bit of distress though. Looks like there's some kind of devastation around here and shit. Oh, to use blink to right, okay. Gotcha. So you can climb up ledges and shit. Gonna need one of those potions pretty soon. Oh, is this one of them? No. What's this? Just a floating rock. That's kind of cool though. It's a nice effect on that. I don't know, I just like how it looks. Let's go down here. More floating rocks. Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to like climb up there. Very good. Now, how do we get over here?
In the days that follow, your trials will be great, Corvo. Seek the ancient runes bearing my mark in the lonely places of your world, and at shrines raised in my name. These runes will grant you powers beyond those of other men. To help you find these runes, I give you this, the heart of a living thing, molded by my hands. With this heart, you will hear many secrets, and it will guide you toward my runes, no matter how they may be hidden.
Sweet as fuck. So
Listen
I got
to the heart now, and find another rune.
So I've got a little detector thing. Nice. Holy shit! It's a still beating heart. Oh my god. This game is fucking weird, but it's awesome. I had no idea what I was missing out on. No wonder people like this game. Holy shit! It's fucking awesome. Equipping the heart in your left hand helps you locate bone charms or runes, even through walls. The heart beats and lights up when you are facing a bone charm or rune, and it beats faster as you get closer. The heart will whisper secrets if you press right mouse button while targeting a person or a location. That's a weird mechanic, is that? Very weird. So it's like I don't even know. The closest thing I can think of is like the dowsing mechanic in Skyward Sword, Legend of Zelda. I'm not sure if it's kind of like that, maybe. Ooh, another remedy. Let's take that. I just noticed, is that water flowing up? That's kind of cool. Yeah, they definitely put some effort into the details in this.
This place is the end of all things.
Oh wait, I can't do that.
And the beginning.
Oh wait, I see. You gotta equip your blink. There we go. You can get the heart back on there. Oh, heart is default to 6. 6 and 7. Okay, gotcha. So let's try to use the heart.
All of time's meaningless here. Neither seconds nor centuries.
Neither seconds nor centuries. How about that? So I could just like chill out here for thousands of years and be like no time had passed in the real world. Hyperbolic time chamber or some shit. I want to go in here. Come on, yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh, I knew they had to put something in there. You see, exploration pays off. I like to be rewarded for my exploration. What about around back there? Nah. There wouldn't be anything back there. Shit. What about over here? That seems a bit too... yeah, a bit too far off the beaten path. So let's go back this way. Let's just head to that room. I think I've pretty much gotten all the goodies they've scattered around for me. What's... nah, nothing around here. Wait, it seems like they want you to go down, but what about over here? Let's try to be thorough. As usual. Yeah, see, there's something over here. What's this? I want whatever this is. Oh, it's just another way down, I guess. So you gotta go down a little bit further. Wait a minute, what's that? What's that? It's a chest. Give me that. Oh yeah. Getting tons of remedies now. How many do I have? 4 of them. Nice. Let's go down here. Oh, very good. Oh, you could use the weapon wheel, or you could use a hotkey. I think that's what we'll do. Hotkey that shit. Oh, did it automatically just use one of my Yeah, just use one of my vials down there. You see, I got 3 of them left now. I noticed there's a setting in the options to make it stop doing that, but we're gonna leave it on for now. See if it starts wasting them when I don't want it. Then I'll change it, but for now we'll leave it on. So yeah, let's get this room. So, runes and acquiring powers. Once you've collected some runes, open the journal and go to the power section to exchange them for powers. Runes can be collected and used to acquire supernatural powers. I want that one with the teeth. Yeah, you see that one? I want that one. This one looks cool as well, the like jumping dash thing. Oh, this is gonna be cool. Very cool. I like this system. So wait. Oh, I see. You can actually buy them. Oh, that's interesting. So, dark vision. What does that do? See in the dark and see living beings through walls, including their fields of vision. Representations of the sounds that you make are also visible. That sounds good to me. That sounds like something I actually need, considering I suck at stealth. Yes, buy that. So I got power dark vision. Press right mouse button to see in the dark and to reveal living beings through solid walls. Yes, I already read that. Level 2 shows you important items through walls like security devices, weapons, ammo, coins, keys, or traps. Alright. Yeah, that could be pretty useful. Like an eagle vision type of thing. Yeah. Sweet.
How you use what I have given you falls upon you, as it has to the others before you. And now I return you to your world, but know that I will be watching with great interest.
He's gonna be watching with great interest. Yeah, I heard something about this game, like it actually cares about what you use, like violence or non-violence. So we're gonna, like I said, I got those sleep crossbow darts. I'm gonna try to go non-lethal as much as possible, but no promises, because I mean, you saw what happened in the first set. Maybe you didn't. But yeah, I'm not very good at stealth by default, but I will try. Nothing new there. Rune or bone charm nearby. Equip the heart. Interesting. All right, let's try it. Oh my god. Jesus. Yeah, take that shit. Bone charms provide small supernatural benefits. Locate them by listening for the song they emit. By default, you can activate up to 3 bone charms at once in the bone charms section of the journal. Huh? Weird. Yeah, I guess. Maybe? Pick up the pouch. What is this? Did I read this? Did I read this? No, I definitely did not. Oh, well, I have to. I've been reading everything, so why stop now? Excerpt from a series of letters sent by a member of the Bottle Street Gang. You want the chinwag on Slackjaw? What he was like when we was young, before he got his name. Oh, he's got a cool head now, but it weren't always like that in the days before he was boss of the Bottle Street Gang. Time was, young Slackjaw wasn't such a reasonable man. Like most of us, he grew up on the streets, running with a pack of ragamuffins and avoiding the law, pinching whatever he needed. Dark-haired and dark-eyed, smoking a pipe by the age of 10. For them born into the brothels or coming from the orphanages, it was either the gangs or working with the mudlarks, and no one wants that. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about there, but some got pressed into the Navy or put down in the mines run by the Pendleton or Boyle families. As hard as it was on the streets, as hungry as we all got, at least we was free. By the time we weren't little ones anymore, Slackjaw was one to watch, usually calling the shots when we took down a farmer's cart or sidewalk street vendor. He'd come up with the plan, give everyone some part to play on, and decide on the split. Most of us just went along because we learned fast that we made out better like that. God, it's hard with this dialect. More food, more coin. Plus, none of us wanted to deal with Slackjaw when he was in a rage. He worked on a couple of big jobs with Black Sally across town, and that was enough to get the attention of the other bosses. He wasn't just a street kid anymore. Now he was an up-and-comer, which meant trouble. Another guy fancied himself as such was Mike the Fish, who was working his way up, running the protection racket among the factory women. One fine evening, we're all taking in a bawdy show in the theater house. Mike the Fish and his lot are there, in the cheap seats too, just down the aisle from us. Mike gets a wild idea. He wasn't big on planning, and throws a heavy ceramic spittoon at Slackjaw. Hits him square in the face and breaks his jaw. We look to see if there's going to be a blood brawl, but Slackjaw just points at the door and we all leave, with Mike laughing at our backs. Waking up the next day without telling us why, Slackjaw motions for us all to follow. He still can't say a word, so we just come along. We stop at the docks, and Slackjaw buys, actually pays for coin for it, a heavy chain covered in hooks. It's for fishing in the deep, something you'd attach to a long line off the side of a ship. It's about 4 feet, made of thick links, and there are shark hooks coming off it at different angles. Slackjaw's got that thing wrapped around his left arm, dangling at his side. I can see what's coming already. Wait, where was I? Dangling at his side, yeah. Not sure how he knew where Mike the Fish was staying, but when we reach his girl's house, Slackjaw throws a bottle through the window just like that. It's almost noon. There's a bunch of screaming inside, and Mike pokes his head out, looking wide-eyed and baffled. When he sees his Slackjaw out in the street, a look comes over his face that still gives me the willies. Pure murder. Mike comes out the side door bellowing like a blood ox, holding a cleaver, heading straight for Slackjaw. When they come together in the street, Slackjaw spins and the shark hooks bite deep into Mike's arm and shoulder. He screams, but Slackjaw holds onto this chain. He's standing there with his jaw broken, clenched tight, with the chain wrapped around his left arm, hook sunk into Mike the Fish, just knifing around him as fast as he can. Mike couldn't fight very well, hooked like that and using his left hand, but he was a big guy and it took a lot of stabbing before he went to his knees. Everyone was cheering at first, but then we all went quiet. It just kept going and going until finally it was just Mike the Fish blubbering, crying like a baby, and the sound of Slackjaw's knife. Holy shit, this is intense, man. When it was over, and here's the brilliant part, Slackjaw took out a note and stuck to Mike's face with a nail. It just said, "If you want a job, come to Bottle Street." Slackjaw didn't talk right for a couple months, but word spread fast. By the end of the year, once we had a sizable gang going, he sent out letters to the other bosses telling them that he was running a brand new crew over on Bottle Street. Most of them laughed or beat up the guys who delivered the letters. Green-Eye Trish even came back missing a thumb. But apparently Slackjaw was expecting that kind of reaction and had a backup plan. God, this is intense. A week later, 4 of the bosses were dead. Seemed like a series of unfortunate events, but everyone knew better. One shot by the watch while standing in the middle of a meat market. Another slipping and falling out into the water, out cold. One of the older bosses found in bed with his belly opened wide and a Tivian pear stuffed into his mouth. Still not sure what that meant. And Sheila Barnsworth was found bubbling in a cauldron of hot wax. Slackjaw sent out another set of letters. Offers to the underbosses, telling them they'd be treated fair as peers. He even sent Green-Eye Trish with one of the letters. All of the underbosses accepted. This is some good crime fiction shit right here, like Godfather or some shit like that. I mean, not as good as The Godfather maybe, but still really good. After spilling the guts of his main competition, Slackjaw went in for stabilizing his business, real neat-like. Calling in favors, moving things over, giving everyone a little bit of coin or drink as a bonus, showing them what he could be like as boss. So everything got quiet, which always makes the boys of the City Watch nervous, of course. Word went out among the Royal Spymaster Snitches, the responsible citizens group they called themselves, telling everyone working in a shop or sweeping off the front steps of their homes to keep watchful eyes for Slackjaw and his men, trying to suss out what they were up to and what had just happened. But Slackjaw ain't stupid. He greased a few palms among the shopkeepers in the watch too, telling them that he was in town to stay and that things would be run properly from now on, without so much blood. He was finally a real boss, ready to settle into the business of moving whiskey, running the hound fights, and offering up the ladies and gentlemen of the night if you take my meaning. Then the plague came. Oh shit, here it comes. At first it seemed like a good thing. A few people got sick and everyone wanted to buy those potions from Sokolov or Piero. Health elixir or spiritual remedy, they call them. Slackjaw told me he saw an opportunity. We already had an old whiskey factory with a still where we could water the stuff down and sell it discounted. That's fucked up. I mean, but you know, crime bosses and shit. Doing the same with Sokolov's elixir was a smart plan. Pretty soon everybody in the slums was sick and business was good. But after a while there were so many people down with the plague that everyone got scared. Everybody started acting real nasty and everything fell apart. When people can't work, they don't have the coin for elixir, watered down or pure. When the Empress died, it seemed like Dunwall would slide into the void. Spymaster Burroughs took over and the Watch started using all that new Sokolov technology. Watchtowers, tall boys, and them arc pylons. They put up a wall of light across Clavering Boulevard and cracked down hard. But Slackjaw surprised us again. Instead of leaving town on a boat bound for Morley or one of the other isles, he stayed and kept it all together. We get as much elixir to fight off the plague as the City Watch, with their taxes and rations, and that's kept us alive so far. Crowley, Bottle Street Gang. See, that's what I mean though, like that extra bit of story, like that could have been like a nice short story. Very good. I'm impressed. Definitely. Good shit. Oh yeah, keep doing that. Take that, take the pouch. There's all kinds of goodies around here now. Not another one. Is there more? Is there more? Yes, there is more. There's a lot more. Mystical artifact, give me all that shit. It's mine. Field survey notes, the Royal Spy. How long is this one? Holy shit, guys. Alright, hang on a sec. I'm getting hoarse from all this shit. So wait, there's 1, 2... I still think I saw another one too. No, not in here. This one. Wait, the Journal of Granny Rays. What's this one over here? Ooh, sink. Very nice. Royal Spy. Alright, let's try. I'm gonna get through these 3 and then I'm gonna end the set. So anybody who doesn't want to see this shit, who doesn't care if you've already read them or whatever, just, this is the end for you, I guess, because, yeah. Of course I'll tell you, dearie. I won't keep any secrets from you in the end. All the dreary days of my life are like the windows of a house. From the kitchen I can see out into the garden where the leaves and stalks are brown and buggy. You can see a little lump of dirt where something was wrapped in a blanket and laid to rest along the rows of twisting vines. The room looks out into the street where the neighbors are all setting fire to their homes, barricading themselves inside. Warm and snug, dearie. Don't forget about the bedroom either. It sees into a dreary alley where hooligans are playing a game with an old man. The first 2 are hitting him with sticks and the girl with them is kicking at his dry old ribs. Oh, to have those bones, to boil them in a pot. No one lives in my house anymore, dearie. No one you'd want to meet. When I lived there with my husband, we were fine people. Vera More, everyone would say. Your house is as grand as Boyle Manor. Better even. Your dinners are lavish and your parties are the best. When that young Sokolov came to paint my portrait, I was nearly still in my prime. Radiant, he said. And he was just barely a man. So young, so painting all the best people across the land. Everyone wanted a portrait by his hand, all my friends. I was the only one, dearie, wet with his paint, glistening on the canvas for a pretty coin. But it wasn't all the parties and paintings. My husband and I weren't always at home, no. We traveled together, he and I, to the far ends of the Isles, beyond even all the way to the red cliffs of Pandyssia, to dig in the rock and crawl through the caves, holding up candles and squinting at the walls. Many precious things we came upon, but none so precious as the boy with the black eyes, dearie, and all those marks and bones carved so deep and polished so bright. I brought the old bones home, hid them from my dear husband. Then I learned to boil them and carve them myself. They made such good presents, dearie. The little mute boy took them home. He loved them so. All the time he came back with new bones for me, holding them up so I could see it in his eyes. even though his tongue was still. Granny, his eyes would say to me, "Carve these bones for me. Make me another present." And he went so far, all the way to Dunwall Tower, the royal headsman himself now, my little mute boy and his shiny, shiny sword. Sounds kind of suggestive there, but whatever. Better bones were what I needed, you see. Better bones to carve and polish, scrape and gleam. My dear old husband was always tired. I made him soup and then he was sick. Better bones was all. For my little mute boy, carved in the name of the one with black eyes. And after my husband was gone, given away as birthday gifts, I didn't want to live there anymore. So now I'm old and don't have many to give my presents to. It's sifting through the garbage for granny rags and feeding the little birdies that gather at my feet. No one wants to have tea, dearie. Especially those rude louts on Bottle Street. Slackjaw and his boys, oh yeah, those guys. Always meddling with an old woman just to make her way. In the end we'll be together with him. You and me in the dreary night, with stars above and below. And always the one with the black eyes, dearie. Jesus Christ. Granny rags for you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry for all this, but it's in the game, I gotta read it. I have to. Holy shit, guys. Maybe next time. You know, this is a... Alright, let's do this one, at least. Excerpt from the personal memoirs of Hiram Burroughs, dated several years earlier. This is the 4th day, month of high cold. Progress continues on the suppression of gang activity in the distillery district, but more slowly than I'd expected. The ruffians operating there have been cunning, I'll grant them that, but it's only a matter of time. I'll see their leaders flogged in public and sent beneath the royal executioner's blade. If I had my way, that mute bastard would be working night and day, removing the heads that need removing. Is that the same mute guy that Granny was talking about? I think so. Must be. Internally, the Empress does not seem pleased with my investigations. It seems that it is beyond her thinking, against her very nature as a trusting person, to believe that traitors move among us, but I know they do. They must. No, Jessamine would rather spend her time with the royal protector. At least he's likely to stop any immediate threat to her safety, but a strong arm is not what's needed against those who would undermine us. How will Corvo's sword stop a poisoned wine or glass, or an explosive delivered by courier? It will not. There are many threats around us, threats requiring meticulous efforts to police. Young Lady Emily is undisciplined, I'm afraid. Here within Dunwall Tower, she receives instruction from the finest tutors known in the Isles, yet her mother spoils her and she spends most of her time lost in imagination, wasting her time drawing, or asking Corvo to teach her to fight with wooden sticks. The girl might rule the Empire someday. Every moment spent at play is a moment wasted. Nah, it's important for a kid to play. Shoring up security for the main gate leading into Dunwall Tower has been another pet project of late. To think that back in his day, the Emperor Caldwin left it open to the public during the day, allowing anyone to come and go as they pleased. If it were up to me, I'd seal off access to the streets entirely, but the Empress won't hear of it. The waterlock is much easier to protect, and if it were the only way into the tower, traffic in and out would be greatly reduced. Someday the wrong person is going to slip in and will suffer for it, mark my words. No amount of security is excessive when it comes to protecting heads of state. I can see how, things have changed around here under this guy. The Empress also disapproves of my plans for the Sokolov devices. Sokolov himself has no interest in security, of course, but he's vain and therefore keen to see his inventions deployed in any fashion. This wall of light he's been tinkering with has promise. In any case, at least I was able to convince the Empress to upgrade the pistols carried by officers of the Watch. Why do I worry so, when no one else seems to care? If I ever fall asleep, will it all sink into the ocean? Will the rough things clamber over the walls and fill themselves on our flesh? This is what I see in the same dream several times each month. If only I had more say in things, more authority, I could protect us all. Perhaps I have been working too hard. Dinner and an evening of conversation with a certain lady of refinement might be in order. Perhaps somewhere nice in the East Estate District. Hiram Burroughs, Royal Spymaster. Seems like he has good intentions, but he's going about it the wrong way, clearly. Bit too obsessive. Rumors and sightings doubt. This is the last thing. Excerpt from an overseer's covert field report. This should be interesting, actually. For over a year now, I have lived away from the Abbey, without the company of my overseer, brethren, or the guidance of the blind sisters of the oracular order. Days have passed with me sleeping in the dens of cut purses, murderers, and worse, and the nights have seen me prowling through the worst alleys and wretched corners of Dunwall. I have taken my meals with killers. At times I have ventured beyond the city walls, meeting in forgotten graveyards and the outlying ruins frequented by those of ill means. My beard has grown long, and I wear the weathered clothing and bits of boiled leather favored by the Bottle Street and Hatter gangs, and by those rough men and women who make their trading knifing others in return for coin. My hands have run red with blood, it's true, but I have selected my targets with care, choosing among those criminals and heretics who are not fit to live, executing them justly and using their deaths as a means of building my reputation. So far, this trick has allowed me to make my name among my murderous colleagues without taking the lives of the innocent. My goal is singular. I must impress the assassin named Dowd in order to get close to him. Of all the practitioners of black magic we have tracked, none concern the Abbey as much as Dowd. It is said that his mother was a witch from one of the archipelagos off of the Pendician coast, taken captive by pirates venturing far from the Isles. According to legend, by the time the ship returned, the captain was dead and the witch controlled the crew, with Dowd still a shadow in her belly. The earliest stories tell of a gang killer without mercy, moving among the shopkeepers and city watch officials of Dunwall like a reaper through wheat. Then a period of silence followed. Years we now believe he spent traveling the Isles, studying anatomy and the occult in the great halls of learning and in hidden basements frequented by fellow dabblers in the forbidden arts. Dowd is even purported to have spent a winter in the Academy of Natural Philosophy itself. And for a time, before a schism had developed, he counted the Brigmore witches among his allies. All the while he honed his craft, and it is during this time that we believe he began to consort with the Outsider. So they know about the Outsider, and so this guy is not like a hallucination, he's actually real. New reports emerged of a dusky-skinned assassin paid by the elite to eliminate their rivals in Dunwall and in the other major cities across the Isles. Those who saw him and lived numbered in the handful, but all of them reported something strange. He appeared and vanished like smoke. From a nearby rooftop he gestured, and a noble woman stumbled from her balcony, falling to her doom on the cobblestones below. Most recently, as this new threat of plague has risen in Dunwall, Dowd has been seen leading a gang of men in dark leather, dressed as factory whalers in their vapor masks. They seemed loyal beyond comprehension for one so unworthy, leading me to wonder if some of his magic is dedicated to lulling their minds, enslaving them. Could be. Probably, actually, it's black magic, right? Only a month ago, one young girl claims to have come upon a strange scene. Carrying a bottle of milk home to her crippled brother, she was taking a shortcut through the tailor's district. In a narrow street, she passed beneath a window and heard unusual sounds from within. Pushing aside the ratty curtain, the girl saw into an abandoned apartment, used by miscreants for gambling and trading haberweed? An occult shrine had been erected against the far wall, which she recognized from the teachings given her by her local overseer. A man she described as resembling Dowd was kneeling before the shrine, muttering to an unseen spirit as if in argument. He took a carving, made of pale bone, from the altar before him, and the lights all went out in a gush of unclean wind. Quiet as a field mouse, she slipped away, running until she reached her home. There can be no doubt. Dowd is an agent of the Outsider and must die, for there is no limit to the evil this man might do. This is my solemn oath and the great purpose of my life. Until Dowd is dead and his corruption has been purged from the world, I will continue to move among the depraved, winding my way toward him. I will not drop my guise or don my overseer's mask again until Dowd breathes no more. Shit. So that's a new character. Two new characters, actually, Dowd and this overseer guy. I'm sure I'll be meeting them soon enough. But for now, we're out of time. Definitely out of time. So again, sorry about all that reading, guys. I don't know if that's what people want, but like, I like to read them, and I like knowing the bits of story you get from it. You know, it's good shit. Yeah, I mean, they put a lot of effort into writing all that shit. I like to at least, read it, take notice of it, try to get a sense of what's going on in the world around all this stuff that's going on. So yeah, very cool shit. I'm excited to actually delve more into the actual gameplay next time. So yeah, we can look forward to that in Set 3. But for now, this is the end of Step 2. So thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.